Welcome back everyone to more Motorsport Manager Online. And in today's video we have one simple goal. We want to be promoted up to the next tier. So we've got, in the next two races, I believe we can make that happen. If we show the amount of points required, 57 points is all we need. And I'm thinking we can get that done based on the performance upgrades that we've had. Now, in order to keep things moving along, I have gone ahead with the cars and I have matched out their performance. So we are done with parts development. You can see 1154 here on both cars. Now, obviously, we're not quite done fully with car performance, and that's because we need more materials. So if we go back to build parts and suspension, in order to get this next upgrade, we need 9 more of the metal. And obviously it's going to take us who knows how long to get this naturally. So what I've been doing is checking back into the store and then scrolling down to the bottom and noticing the materials. So right now this is what I believe is a great deal. Sheet metal, we're getting plus 13 for only 15 of the tokens. So we want that. Can we have that? Is it going to allow us? There we go. So 15 tokens. All right, we'll see those come off. And sure enough, these now show purchase. So I'm going to continue to come back in here even when I'm not recording, just to check on that very thing. So now we've got an upgrade available. So let's pop in here. We need 12. We got 16. Let's go ahead and make this upgrade happen and use up those 12. So that is a great use of resources, and hopefully that will continue to be the case going forward. So now we're looking for a level 8, which will get us plus 30, going to 360 from 330. So we'll go ahead and start building that. It'll take us 100K, but now you see that money is becoming an issue, and that is because I'm trying to record more often and get ahead of the game a little bit with some other things that are happening in the world and in my life in general. And what that's doing is it's pushing us in the amount of money we have available. So I don't have as many sponsor opportunities and opportunities for free money, even though the store icon here would have you believe that we can get free money constantly. We're steering clear of watching the videos for additional money and tokens. I'm steering clear of that. Not saying I will never do it, but it's certainly not something that I want to do on a regular basis. So our money has gotten down quite low, which leaves us with the HQ. So now that we've done our upgrade to the HQ, sitting here at level 3, if we look at what we can do at level 3, we've got the opportunity to pick up some excellent engineers, which is certainly something we would like to do. We've got +1 engineer applicant slot, which is also very nice. Then we've got +15 XP per race for our drivers. That's not bad. But if there's one thing you're noticing as we go through this, we don't have enough money to do these upgrades. And then last but not least, we get 1 paddock token from each of the sponsor deals, so an additional 1. And again, we don't have the money for that. So right now, rather than do the 1 upgrade that's possible for us, we're going to hold on to our money, and we're just going to try to keep running these races and making these upgrades happen as best we possibly can. So with everything done and out of the way, let's head to the track. All right, so it looks like we're going to be at Singapore once again. 36% chance of rain, and we've already seen that Singapore, it almost seems like 100% chance of rain. All right, so we really want that additional sponsor bonus of 100K, so we're going to need to do everything we can. So the forecast is what? No rain in the first 3 laps. So that means we'll use our normal strategies simply because these are great strategies for me because they are basically passive improvements, meaning that I don't have to do anything to reap the benefits during the race itself. So Claudia at 7th and Jessica at, I think she was last actually, yeah, 20th. So that is certainly not what we want, but there are a lot of factors included in that, one of which is she's the only person on hard tires. So 11 laps is what we're looking at, and I think we'll leave this at neutral right now. And then what do we have for Let's see, 22. Let's go 4 laps. Yeah, try to go 4, 4, and 3 for Claudia. And then Jessica, we're going to try to do a one-stop strategy, hopefully. But again, as is always the case, we'll see how this works out and make any adjustments that we need to. So Claudia, falling back a little bit. And again, there are tons of cars in close proximity here. So she can gain 4 or 5 positions and then lose 4 or 5 positions all in the space of about a lap. All right, so here we are on lap 3, and we're sitting here still at 50% and 22% per lap. That's a couple more laps that we can get here, so that looks really good, in fact. I really like that. Not saying we necessarily have to have that, but it looks really good as far as how things are working out. Now, not working out quite as well here for Monroe. We're on lap 4, or 4 complete, and she's at 50%, so that is not what we want. So we're definitely going to have to slow things down some for her in order to make the race distance at least as close as we can to one stop. All right, I have just missed our mark with Claudia, so that is going to be a huge punishment. So again, this is one of those times where I didn't do what I should have been doing, and that is going to cost us. So we're just going to have to take our medicine here. All right, there we go. So she's coming in for her pit stop, 3.4. She'll have a brand new set on. And so we're going to go conservative for her. In the meantime, let's see for Jessica. Wow. Okay, let's go ahead and pit. Right here, we'll go hard tires again. All right, we'll just keep things as they are, but that is... Wow, in fact, we don't have to do that. Let's go to neutral. Because we are on lap 7, so it ended up being a little bit better than I thought. Unfortunately, I've messed this up with Claudia, so she can blame this entirely on me. But now we're going to see if what we were aiming for, which is a one-stop strategy with her, actually works out. Because right now, I mean, it's looking pretty good. Or excuse me, a 2-stop, not a 1-stop. I would like to do a 1-stop. All right, so now let's see. We are sitting here in 36% remaining. Let's go ahead and go full attack mode, because she's not going to be able to run the entire distance. So let's go ahead and use those tires as best we can. All right, full attack mode here as well. So what I really want is just maximize the number of points we can get. This isn't looking like it's going to be our day. But at the same time, we want to make sure that we get everything out of it that we can. And as I take a look at this, how much did I cost us by running us completely out of tires? Looking like probably only 1 spot, realistically. Okay, so not too terribly bad. Again, it could have been worse. Let's see. Reliability is holding up. Reliability, in case you're wondering, is the real reason why I generally don't push the engine very often, because we're generally getting down pretty close to that 20% threshold here. Not quite as bad. But overall, I'm pretty happy with this finishing order, given where we started and the mistake that I made. So we come home with some pretty good points, not as many as we needed in order to get the promotion after the next couple of races, or at least not without a huge race coming up next. So we pick up a total of 18 points. So we need a 125. We're sitting here at 86. So we need a big race next time to make up that gap. Now the good news is we earned a total of $200,000, 100 from the race purse and another 100 from our bonus target. All right, we got a new driver trait, focused. This is for Claudia. All right, so we'll take any help that we can get. All right, we pick up another gear, some more copper wire. We're just loaded down with copper wire. at this point, and that's enabling us to do brake upgrades on a very regular basis. All right, so again, these wonderful messages that I can't seem to find a way around. All right, so 3.83, we're now up to 3,849, so that is not bad. That's a pretty sizable move upward for us compared to where we have been, which is down in the 5,000 range for the most part, or even lower in a lot of cases. All right, so let's go ahead and continue on. Now it's time to pick out that part that we're going to be improving, and this will probably be all about not about performance, but about reliability in all likelihood. But let's see what we get. Here over the last few races, I have been experiencing some issues with connectivity and finding enough racers for a particular race that I want to enter. So that's creeping in as time goes on, but still not at a huge level, and not at any level that makes me think that I don't want to continue playing the game. So right now what I'm seeing is 69% here. That's where I believe I want to fix. There are certainly other opportunities for improvements there, but I think that's the best one. We've got a few others in the 70s that I would like very much to improve. Okay, we'll skip through the offers. Looks like we've got a new part that is up and ready. So let's go over to the suspension and get that part installed. All right, so we've got our first level 8 suspension, and let's see where we are. Okay, I think I want to keep this one, but of course we're going to give this part to Jessica first, since she has been the most productive driver of late by far. So that puts her at 1181 as opposed to 1152. And we pick up another gear. All right, I'll take it. Oh, actually, wait. Do we have enough money to build a suspension? Yes, just 100K. All right, so we do have enough money for that. So I was prepping myself for not having enough money to make that happen, but it looks like we just have enough. So now at this point, we're max on brakes, max on gearbox, and getting there on the suspension. Slowly but surely, we're getting there. All right, so we're getting very close to another upgrade for Jessica. Let's see, everything else appears to be good. Let's head back to the track. All right, so now we're back to Beijing, and once again, a pretty high chance of rain. And we also have a bumpy track, which means that our reliability will be tested. We're going to need to finish 5th or above, and wonderful. We have a wet track. Oh yeah, completely wet for at least the foreseeable future. It looks like Jessica has the leg up as far as qualifying goes, with a 141 versus 126 on the power. But this is one of those times where I really don't have an opportunity to change the strategy to that new wet tire strategy that we have available, because I don't even know what track we're going to be at when I have to set that, and don't really have enough time to change it once I do realize that there's a high chance of rain. So you kind of got what you got. All right, let's go ahead and start out conservative. We've got 8 laps here, and it looks like, yeah, we're not going to be able to make it all the way. So we're 2nd and 9th as it is right now, but look at this log jam that's happening. This is another one of those cases where you can gain 3 or 4 spots or lose 3 or 4 spots in the space of a few corners. So right now it looks like the first 3 laps are easily full wets. 4th lap is turning out to be about the same, it would appear. All right, so we're back to 7th and 8th. These other guys are probably pushing a little harder than us. Let's see, how many laps are we going to get? We can push it and get 5. Yeah, we can get 5, but 5 is going to be the max that we're going to be able to get. And of course, that will only become really an issue for us or any of the other teams if the preferred tire changes at some point during these first, say, 6 to 7 laps. All right, so now sitting at 5th and 12th. All right, so Jessica, again, you can see, is in a huge group of cars. So she's been losing a few spots, now gained a few back. Sitting here 5th and 8th. Tires are... Doesn't look like we're going to get there. So let's just go... I am not going to push because, remember, we have reliability issues at this particular track, which are more abundant. So I don't want to push the issue really much at all, as far as going full attack mode anyway. Alright, so 5th and 8th. As things start to calm down a little bit, you can see now first pit stops are happening. So tire wear is pretty good. So we're at 40 and 44% on that. And I'm just waiting to see how things progress. And the water is definitely going down. I'm just not sure it's going to matter. Because remember, this is an 8-lap race. And on lap 7, best case scenario is probably that we turn out into enters. And that's probably about it. All right, let's go back down to conserving a little bit. I want to see... well, it's not going to actually work, I don't think. I was planning on, if we could get to the end of lap 6, maybe going enters, but that's not going to... That's not going to work. At least not... maybe with Monroe here. Maybe we can do that. Alright, can we do that? 17. I'm going to push this with Monroe. I know that may be completely nuts, but I'm going to go intermediates. I'm just going to see if we can pull something off here. Let's just try. Let's have a little fun. We've already got Claudia, who is doing great. She's got her full wets on. And everything is going good as far as reliability, so let's go ahead and push with her. Alright, we're almost out of tires. How close are we to the end of the lap? We are right here at it. Or, well, a few more corners to go, so we're going to slow down just a little bit. But now the good news is we're going to be able to get on some enters, and I think this is going to help us. Let's see what happens. Let's go ahead into full attack mode for her as well. So you can see about halfway through the lap, number 7, the enters are going to be the way to go. Alright, so let's see. We want... Let's see, do we want this? For just one more lap? I think I'm going to stay out with Claudia. This may not get her the victory, but with just one more lap, I'm thinking we got a pretty good shot at maybe a podium out of this. So we got a split strategy here. Both are pushing extremely hard. Looks like reliability is going to hold up before we get to that 20% threshold. And sure enough, here come the drivers behind her to take over the lead, which is understandable. Kind of knew that was going to happen. But we're pushing as hard as we can. Let's see. Can we get... No, we're not going to quite make it. Okay, not bad. 3rd and 4th. I will consider that to be a huge victory for us. A split strategy. And we come home with one car on the podium. I'll take it. Alright, so Claudia comes home with the podium. And the best thing about this is we pick up some additional money. And what it means is when we come back in our next video, we only have to make 10 additional points in that race in order to receive our promotion. So our goal for today was to get ourselves promoted in only 2 races. We came up a little short on that, but we came home with some nice point values. We got some upgrades done on both our car as well as here in just a moment on our drivers. So I am pretty happy with that. One-stop strategy for both. We're now, 2,566, almost 4 million as the bonus. And boy, do we need that 4 million right now. All right, I will take it. So now let's move forward to the decision of what do we fix after this race. And again, it's probably going to be a reliability issue for us right now, because we're getting pretty low on the reliability of some of our parts. All right, so let's see where we are. So at this point, everybody's got equal parts. Oh, no, never mind. I take that back. So we know we're not going to be doing a change here, level 7 versus level 8. So we're not going to be doing that. But we do need to do a fix up here. So we're at 68%. Let's go ahead and fix that. Okay, so let's go ahead and confirm that. So yeah, we're almost done here. So we'll have 30 seconds. Obviously, that'll be done when we come back next time. But we are very close to being fully upgraded, and we already know what we're lacking in terms of the materials for that final upgrade remaining there. So that's going to do it for today. Thank you very much for joining me, and stay tuned for more Motorsport Manager Online.